Generally, if you're a U.S. citizen, U.S. resident alien, you may be eligible for $600, $1,200 if it's a joint return, plus $600 per each qualifying child. Who is your dependent, who has not been claimed as a dependent on somebody else's tax return. Now, there is a little bit of a distinction between the first and second economic impact payments. As far as the amounts for the child, per child amount has increased from $500 to $600. Also, your income, if you're married filing joint, has to be $150,000 or less. It's $112,500 if you're filing head of household, and $75,000 for eligible individuals using other filing status. You are not eligible for this economic impact payments if you were claimed as a dependent on someone else's tax return in 2019. For example, my daughter goes to university, I claim her as a dependent, she is not eligible to receive the economic impact payments. Or if you're caring for your parent whom you claim as a dependent, then they're not eligible to receive the payments. You're also not eligible if you don't have a social security number that is valid for employment, issued before the due date of 2019 tax return. That's including the extensions. You're not eligible if you're a non-resident alien. The deceased individuals obviously not eligible, and the states and trusts are not eligible. Now, I want to talk to you all about recovery rebate credit. The recovery rebate credit is authorized by Coronavirus Act, Relief and Economic Security CARES Act, and COVID-related Tax Relief Act. It is a tax credit against your 2020 income. Generally, this credit will increase the amount of tax refund or decrease the amount of tax.
然后在这地方呢，也有一些 sample， 这个1095跟3895的表格，在今年你要报2020年的税的时候，这些表格的话都蛮重要的。有任何问题，如果还没收到的话，我们华兴保险很乐意为各位服务，那我们来帮各位 download 这些表格，把这些东西让你报税的时候能够顺利。那当然呢，还有一样东西就是在买健康保险的时候，因为呢，你把你包括你的报税资料，你都要交给你的保险经纪，因为拿政府补助。OK， 那在这种情况之下，你特别要注意选择你的保险经纪，他们是不是能够 keep 你的个人的资料是存在电脑里面是安全的，传送到保险公司是安全的，以及它的档案是不是安全的？因为万一他们的一个疏忽，把你的个人资料外泄的话，会造成各位非常多的不便。现在我们来讲说，这个在做公司好好的老板，最重要的是怎么样先拿到一张我们的劳工法海报。能够张贴出来，劳工法海报里面有很多的 detail 的 information， 会能够提醒所有的老板现在的法律说了些什么，尤其是2020年里面没有所提到的是关于疫情里面员工要请病假或请事假，或者是怀孕的妇女，然后以及她的权益是什么，以及她怀孕之后生完孩子回来上班，如果要哺乳的话，你有些什么东西是需要注意的。然后以及呢性骚扰或者现在那个 OSHA 的一些什么新的规定，然后还有 EDD 对保障我们的员工失业的时候应该怎么做，很多很多的 information 是我们过去2020年之前的poster 里面没有提到的，是最新的21年的 poster， 所以说赶快跟我们联络来索取21年的 labor law poster。万一真的有人真的生病了，会切记必须在24小时之内通知他周围的同事，是要书面的、口头的，各式各样的通知，一定要让他们知道有这个危险发生了。那以及呢，你的公司里面真的有任何人 ，OK 得了这个新冠病炎，不管他在哪里发生的，不管他得病的，你都需要在3个工作天之内报到你劳工保险的保险公司，这也是法律规定的。那以及呢，你要必须在这个注意一下，在14天之内，如果你今天的工作场合里面有3个人生病的话，你就立刻要报到我们当地的卫生局。那为什么你只有
Again, I mentioned our sister agency, the California Infrastructure Economic Development Bank, or iBank. Not only do they have small business loans, but the governor has been funding a lot of programs through the iBank. The most recent one is the California Rebuilding Fund. And this is a private-public partnership that is addressing the capital needs for small businesses, essentially the smallest small businesses that didn't get a lot of federal funding through the PPP or the EIDL program. So these are really intended for the smallest business in the most under-resourced communities. The state of California has committed $25 million to this program. The California office, the governor's office of Business and Economic Development agency, GoBiz, also has compiled a helpful list of information for employers, employees, and all Californians as it relates to the COVID-19 pandemic. And that website address is www.business.ca.gov/coronavirus-19 /. But the governor also put $500 million into COVID relief grants. So these are monies that do not have to be paid back. The application round, the first round was open. It is not based on a first come, first served basis, but it is really on whether these businesses meet a certain criteria. And you can go to or Google GoBiz /COVID relief grants, and you can see the different qualifications. Very, very easy to figure out whether your clients qualify or not. The second round will be open on Tuesday, February 2nd, and the deadline will be Monday, February 8th. So it is a very, very short window. So again, I have had many small business owners apply and receive the first round, and they're very, very happy. This is free grant money that does not have to be paid back. So again,
this new year, our Paycheck Protection Program is now open and folks are able to access the program. Now, one of the key things that I want to point out that as of January 11th, it has resumed. And there are new opportunities for folks to be able to take advantage of and leverage and utilize. Now, most of this stuff you can read about here, and I want to touch on a couple of different factors that you may not see on here. And those are some of the issues or some of the challenges that your clients might be facing. One of which is folks may not have received an initial draw or the first draw of their Paycheck Protection Program, or if they did receive it and they are, or they're waiting on funds or they're waiting on decisions for their forgiveness, folks are able to work directly with their bank that they're working with right now in order to make sure that their first draw or their second draw is able to get through. If there are any challenges that folks are facing, the best resource to go to is your lender. And I know that we have a variety of different lenders on the call as well today. I see a couple of our different partners in our list here. If you went to a bank and received the first Paycheck Protection Program loan and are looking at applying for the second round, we encourage you to work with the one that you did the first one with in order to make sure that you have all the information and are able to move forward with the second version of the program. If you did not receive the first version of the program, that's okay. You can still find a lender and be able to access the program through one of our partner lending programs.